Hey guys, um, hi everyone. I'm really glad to actually be here, and I had so much fun last week. It's super crazy to actually be here and to be able to talk to you once again. I'm going to invite a friend of mine who's been a type designer for quite some time now, and she will be joining me from Blank Salvage Studio. And yeah, let's just wait for a second for her to join. It's a pleasure to see you. Yeah, I mean, I we have been talking for so long, and uh, maybe even for a couple of years now about type, about life, about everything, and it's crazy actually to be able to talk to you like this right now. So I presented myself last week, and I think it's enough about me. So tell us all a bit about yourself. How did you start with the type design, fonts? Where does it come from?
Oh gosh, it's actually an amazing story. And so I was working with my best friend for her company, the brand agency, and I was a creative director doing like women-owned brands, creating all these brand designs and things like that, and doing Facebook and Instagram. And I came across this hand lettering course from Tila Cunningham. I don't know, do you
Yeah,
know who?
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I purchased her course, but I did not have the time to do it. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to do it or not, but I would really just love the thought of creating pretty lettering. So I put it off to the side. Years down the road, COVID hits, everything goes crazy. Her and I part ways, and I had I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? Maybe now is the perfect time to do the hand lettering course. I mean, let me just see if it's still even a thing. I really had no idea if
Yeah.
it was still popular. 'Cause you know how like font trends come and go. So I was doing some research one night and I came across an interview with her that was like 6 months before this. And I'm like, okay, well, if she just did an interview 6 months ago, maybe it's still, like really a thing. Turns out the whole course industry with fonts, especially, is bigger than it ever was before.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I dove in. I'm like, I got all the resources, but I couldn't find my Apple Pencil that I needed for Procreate. So I'm like, hey, where is this thing at? So I go and look for it, and it's in this backpack that was with a book that my grandmother had given me that was also misplaced. And the book is Jesus Calling by Sarah Young, which is so crazy because I'm like, okay, and this is like a sign. Like
Yeah, you
I,
don't need anything else. Yeah.
the rest is history. I'm sold. So I did it. I started hand lettering, but it's not really what I wanted to do because I don't really like my handwriting. And I think you said the same thing last week.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely the same.
Really got to work at your handwriting, to like for it to be good. But anyway, so I started doing more research when it came to the kerning situation because that is a whole
Oh,
monster on its
yeah.
own. Oh my God.
Whole
Like,
different world. Yeah.
especially like with the hand lettering, because whenever it meets, you really have to have it perfect. I'm like, there's no way. I've been kerning for literally 3 weeks straight. And
Yeah.
there's got to be an easier way to do it. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I need to do more research and see if I can find an easier way. Because in her course, it didn't like kerning in groups, which she revised it this year. And now it does have that part in it. But without having that and then trying to build regular fonts, not knowing about the groups and stuff like that, I was like, okay, I need to learn something else here because I started,
Yeah.
I couldn't really get any help. Like I was asking everybody like in the chats and the Facebook groups, like, do you know anybody with a course or like a YouTuber that I can watch or, you know, like I want to learn how to do other styles and I couldn't find anything. So I just started doing my own research and that's how I stumbled upon Victor.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, he's a godsend because I mean, I've not let him go since that point. It's just been like if he's putting out a course, I'm jumping on it because I mean he's so thorough and I just
Yeah.
love the way.
Yeah, I love it as well. I mean, you just go back to check on things like whether it's language support or kerning or whatever. I keep going after the course like a year later, it's still there.
I
Yeah.
know because you go back into it each time and you're like picking up like these little like keyboard shortcuts and extra little things that you didn't catch like the first or second time. So it's pretty cool. I just have fallen in love with it. And for the first time in my life, I really feel like everything is in alignment. So
Yeah, I totally understand you. I mean, I started with handwritten fonts as well. And I wanted to do like those color fonts where you actually draw things with watercolor or whatever. And then you actually have to, if you do it on paper, which were a couple of first fonts I did, you do it like with watercolor on paper. And then the problem was like, how do I remove the white behind the font, behind the letters, so that you could actually see through them? And there was no info anywhere. Like you would search for YouTube and nothing. Like,
right,
I mean, yeah, you can do it in Photoshop. I mean, like removing the backgrounds, but with fonts, with all those small textures and everything, it was so hard. And I just said, oh my God, I cannot do this.
right,
It's not working. Yeah. And then I also did the Procreate, but it didn't have the effect of the color fonts.
right.
So it definitely didn't work for me. And I just got so annoyed by all you know, if you want a perfect letter, you actually have to draw it like 50 times. And
Right.
that was just too crazy for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to get into doing it on paper first. Like you look at Jen Wagner's
Yeah.
fonts and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
beautiful and they have so much character to them, and like her starting on paper, you can kind of see. I purchased her course too
Okay.
recently, and I haven't really got started with it yet because I've been watching Victor's
Oh,
italics
okay. Good.
course.
Alex. Yeah.
I'm like juggling over here one thing one day and another thing another day, which everything was kind of like in order, but I
Yeah.
started three fonts kind of like at the same time.
Oh, wow.
I started the one with Victor in March, which was he had me do something kind of different than my original idea. So I kind of put the original idea as a font for later, creating that one, updating Avava, because as you know, when we look back at our old work, it's like,
Oh, God.
oh,
Yes.
wait, I gotta fix this. So I immediately like started taking everything down with Avava and redoing that one and looking at the
Yeah.
course, and it's just kind of been
Yeah. I've
all
noticed
over.
some screenshots you've been posting on Instagram, and it looks really great. I've always been after the good sans serif elegant font. It's not so easy to find them. So yeah, I think it will be a huge deal when you release it.
It should. I mean, it has a lot of different personalities to it. Um, I know that I've been thinking about this a lot lately. So whenever you're making a multiple weight font, you're keeping your thin lines the same and you're increasing the weight from there. I did
Yeah.
something, I don't know if how true it is, that once you know the rules, you can break the rules type of thing. But
True.
I wanted to do something totally different because really with Avava, like the original idea of it, like looking back at it now, I'm like, ugh, I don't want it so high. I want it like this. So I wanted splitting the font, and I kept the high contrast for like the lighter weights, and then
Okay.
so it's more of like a text version, and then like, you know, a little bit more high contrast whenever you go
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
bolder. I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do, but I did it.
Well,
And
I mean, there are so many rules when you actually go into it, like deep into the fonts, and there are so many rules. You just have to break them sometimes, you know.
yeah.
I've been talking to Victor yesterday. I started a new, like, old-fashioned serif, like a Roman with classical proportions,
Uh-huh.
and it's a whole different world, you know. There's like 5 or 6 dimensions you actually have to follow. So like a square letter, you have to do H and O, and then the A should be a bit thinner. And there's something called, I heard for the first time about it. Square, no, root 5 square. Like what is it, you know? And I go to Google, and then you find the proportions, and it's so different. But
Yeah.
at one point, I just figured, look, this doesn't look good, you know. I mean, because the E should be like half the width of the H,
Oh,
and it just didn't look too good. So I just like, you make it a bit bigger to make it work with the rest of the letters. So I
right.
am all about breaking the rules. So yeah, we definitely agree on that one.
I have been like seriously like going to bed at night, can't sleep. I'm like, oh, should have not have done it like that. I'm like, but I really, really want to design it that way, you know? So,
Yeah,
somebody is
I
asking,
mean,
I know we need to, we need to get to the questions. Somebody's
yeah, yeah.
asking, what would be the best way to learn font designing? You want to?
Well, I mean, I learned it. Well, the basics I learned all by myself, just as you did. But the thing that actually changed everything for me, and for you too as well, I think, was the Victor's course.
Absolutely.
I can put that one later in the stories. I don't think it's open right now, but maybe during the holidays, Victor will actually be able to open it for you guys. It's just there are 2 courses. The first one is like the basic one, like where you actually learn how to make glyphs, like each one from the start, how to use the app, and that was like a game changer for me.
Yeah.
So the second one is italics, and I didn't even start it yet. I bought it on time because it was like an open window, but I didn't start it. With all the moving, I was just telling Stacy before that I was assembling a closet in the bedroom, and it was crazy. I had to take a shower and to get myself with a phone and everything here ready, and it's a crazy day. So, and it's been like that for the past 3 months. So, definitely go to Type Design class on Instagram, and we both recommend him, like, probably like the best source ever.
The absolute best. I mean, he's so thorough. If you can't get it, something is wrong because he is really there by your side, guiding you through it and always there to answer questions. So he's super helpful and he is very knowledgeable. And the way he
Yeah,
explains things is like perfect.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And I would also recommend, it's somewhere on the shelves. Um, for the new font I'm working on, I was actually using the book from Karen Chang, Design in Type,
got that
which
one right here.
has like each letter like explained in detail if you want to make the serif, modern serif, sans serif. It's super, super helpful, like for the proportions, for everything. And it's really, I wouldn't like whole day like going through the book and just, it's super, super good. Yeah, I'll put those in the stories after we finish this one. Yeah.
And
If you guys have any other questions, sorry, Stacy.
no, I was just gonna say the course comes with tons of workbooks too.
Yeah,
So he's like you in so many different ways. You'll have more than enough information to dive into. So
that's true. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's changed the way, I mean, I did like before the course, I had published maybe like 80 fonts, but it definitely changed the way I work. It made it so faster. Like, depending on a font, I can finish it like 3 times faster than before because I was working in Adobe Illustrator with font self, and it's just not the same flow you have in glyphs, and it was
right. It's
so good. Yeah.
I did okay, so the very first one I did in Illustrator and I'm like, gosh,
Yes.
like it's so much harder to do in Illustrator, like you have no idea because with glyphs you have the fit curve and like applying that
Yeah, that's a
like
lifesaver. Yeah.
like you're really working super hard in Illustrator and you'll never be able to get it like you can get it in glyphs because
Yeah,
they just
yeah. Like the right way, the right proportions, never.
now I haven't used font self with a script because I only did that one, but I would
Okay.
imagine pretty well, right?
Yeah, I mean it works. It works well because they have a feature that helps you with kerning a bit. But again, you have to like check everything, and it's not, a complete software about the font. So it's an add-in. I definitely recommend it for starters. It's not expensive. It's like maybe $40, $50. And it's definitely something like if you want to, but also on the other side, Glyphs has a free license for a month, I think. Maybe with the course, it goes 3 months. I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I don't remember now. Yeah, but it's definitely something to check. Yeah. So that's for me definitely. Yeah, the
it,
course and
they have the mini version. What is that? That's like $50.
oh, okay. Okay.
Don't
Well,
have,
that's amazing for starters. Yeah.
but you don't have the capabilities of like I think diacritics and things like that. So if
Yeah.
you're really curious about doing font design, just go for the
Yeah.
big one.
For the big one, yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
buy two separate.
Okay. I was so surprised this morning. I saw your newsletter and you've been doing some cool stuff with the mockups.
Oh yeah. So I started
Tell me
off.
about it. Yeah.
I started off doing mock-ups and with the fonts just to have like more products to offer on my website. And I also wanted to include textures too. That's been on there since last July of
Oh,
not last July of last year.
okay.
So it's still something that I want to do. I just haven't put that on the website yet. But I really like the mock-up idea and I would really like to pursue that too. And one of the reasons why I even like went the mock-up route was because font creation takes so long. I'm like, okay, it's gonna take me forever to build these products up. So I'm like, let me see what else I can incorporate on the website to be able to use.
Okay. I
So
know it's a great idea. I mean, what you've sent in your newsletter and what you've published on your website, it's really cool and it's definitely different. So we all need them, you know, mock-up soul designers, soul font creators. So that's really, really super cool. I loved it.
thank you. Yeah, we just not that you creating all these fonts. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna take me forever to create all these fonts
Well, you
because they take
know,
long
I'm
to
kind of I don't have kids, I don't have pets, I don't have things that like, so yeah, it goes a bit faster. Yeah.
do. Right. Just the nephew that comes in town every once in a while, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's like a vacation of 2 weeks. I don't turn on my computer at all. So yeah, it's
Right, which
not.
is good. Like your full attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Didn't he was he down recently?
Uh, they've been here in July, I think, or
Mm-hmm.
June. I cannot remember really. Yeah, I think it was June, but they were in Madrid before we moved here. And I think they're coming after Christmas, after the holidays again, so for a week or two again. So it will be a January, you know, like to relax a bit more and to, especially after the Black Friday and everything, we have to prepare for the sales and everything. So
Yeah,
it will be a good way to relax a bit. Yeah.
I'm sure. The holiday rush.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. I get um it's it gets a bit too much out of me, you know. It's so cool. Like we have all these sales and everything, and usually the best months for me, for example, are October and November. But it really drains you out thinking about everything, thinking about like newsletters, Instagram, Pinterest, all the marketplaces. And on top of that, this year I am, well, I'm gonna try, you know, to get my own new website up by, you know, before the Black Friday and everything. So let's see
Sure.
how it works. And it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
You know, I've been approached by some people like, can we help you out and everything? And I know myself, I would be the worst client, you know. Like
Well,
I wrote it once on Instagram, like I'm definitely the kind of a person like I'll know it when I see it, you know.
right.
So it's just something I have to do with myself and like put the things right there and not bother anyone because if I don't know, I would never be myself. I would never be a client to myself. So I don't want to do that to anyone. Yeah.
So what platform are you using for your website?
I'm I'm definitely going with Shopify, because they have a lot of options. I know how to work better in WordPress because I
Uh-huh.
did that like quite a while ago, but it's not definitely something I want to do. Like it seems like Shopify has more integrations. It's more simple, you know.
Yeah.
So at least what I've seen so far, and yeah, I'm building it up. It should be like something a bit bold, and yeah, I don't want to, you know, talk about it too much, but because I might not finish it until next year, so you never know.
It, it's a big project.
Yeah, definitely. No, I will definitely put up like 10 products first and then give myself time like to actually upload the rest slowly because if I try to upload all of these fonts and the templates I have as well, it will just take me too much time. So I'll probably like launch with some of the latest fonts, the best sellers, and then go from there.
I don't want from there. Yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
your product selection is like huge.
Well,
So what,
I've been, you know, forcing myself to actually do more work this year. Last year, I didn't do it. Like there have been like months where I wouldn't publish anything. And the less I worked, the less I published. It gave me more anxiety, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not working that much. It just didn't work too well. So this year it's all a bit faster, and I'm definitely a type of a person that goes like 80%, it's enough. Like if I can do better than that, it's good, but it never can be perfect.
Right.
So I don't try to bother myself with the perfection, because in that case I would never publish anything.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely do all that I can to make it perfect, but there's always the tiny thing that where you could work like for the next 3 weeks on one letter to make it even more perfect, but that's just actually me, and
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will notice like that small dot or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
At some point, you gotta put it away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely all about like just put it out there, update it later if you have to, or fix something if you have to, but just put it out there. And it's been crazy. Well, you've launched mockups today. I launched a new holiday themed font as well this morning. I didn't send the newsletter because I sent yesterday the one about the live going on, and I didn't want to bother people, so that will wait a bit. But
Right.
it was just, it's a project with Creative Marketing Corporation with them, and it's
Oh,
already on sale. It will be like exclusively available there for some time, and it's quite a cool thing.
awesome.
I said before that, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said the last time, well, that I just don't like to do these themed things. Like, I've noticed a lot of Halloween fonts, and oh my God, I just couldn't do it. I mean, I adore people who are able to do it, but I'm not able to force myself. Like, now you have to do a holiday themed font, or Halloween font, or I don't know, Valentine's font, whatever. I cannot plan that way. It's just if the inspiration comes, it will be good. I'll do it, but I cannot force myself to have that kind of a schedule. It's just not my thing. I don't know about you, but
No. I really wouldn't. That wouldn't be my thing either. I don't want to do anything themed like that. No.
yeah.
So,
I mean, I love this one for creative market because I actually had idea like a couple of months back, and then the opportunity actually like presented itself, and I said, great, perfect. But if I didn't have already some ideas about how to make it, I definitely wouldn't go into it, because I at the moment I have like three different ideas for the fonts, but I definitely cannot work at two fonts at the same time. It doesn't work for me.
it's
You said like you are working on three of them at the same time. I would completely go crazy.
it has been actually, it hasn't really been like all three at a time. I think I kind of like started the two because whenever Victor was like, what kind of font are you going to make for the course? And I was like, I'm going to do, the high contrast. And, like, that's like
Okay.
kind of my thing. So he's like, no, I want you to do a text font or a text typeface. And, we're going to
Okay.
build, we're going to add the italics. And I'm like, okay, you're really pushing my
Yeah.
creativity, but I know he wants to pull as much as he can out of his students. So I'm like, okay, I still want to go with this idea. So I'm just going to put it off to the side. So I think I have like the full uppercase set created, and then I just kind of stopped. And then, he has the the one-on-ones with, you know, different type instructors
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
on that, but I haven't really gotten back to that one yet because I'm like, I really just need to get Avava out of the way because juggling
Yeah.
multiple ideas at the same time, it is way too crazy. After this, I will never do more than one at a time. But Avava,
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that one. It gets crazy, you know, because you have to remember like all the thickness of the thick line and the thin line, and if it's like a square or whatever, it's an O, and then you have another font that has different dimensions, and it's just like you get lost, and I cannot. It's just never worked for me. I tried it, and I just gave up. Like I don't think I ever finished the second of those I've been working on. It was just too much, you know, push it out, and it's definitely a crazy thing.
yeah. Well, with Avava, I guess it was just like out of all of my fonts, that was the one that I was the most like unhappy with because it was the first one from moving from hand lettering to like doing just a regular sans serif. And I just kept looking at it and I'm like, oh, I don't want it to go to waste. Like I can fix it. So instead of just taking it down completely, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make multiple ways. And then I was like, I'll do 3. And then here comes 4. Now it's like 6. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, oh, I have this idea and this would be cool because then you can use it with this and then you can use it together. And then, you know, the high contrast with the low contrast or the, you know, the text
yeah,
version,
yeah.
weight, you know, it's just the
Yeah,
list.
but definitely my advice, just put it out there. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, finish it, you know, like, but you can always add later, like italics if you want, or
right.
text version. I've seen Jen Wagner's doing that as well. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
puts like 3 weights, and then if it works, if she has time, she adds more. I did that as
Yeah.
well, and it helps, you know, like just because in the other case you get stuck with one font for like 2 or 3 months, and it's just like you have a feeling it will never get finished. So yeah.
That's exactly what happened. I had planned to release it in August. Things have come up since then, so it didn't get released. And now I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm putting it out there that I'm releasing it in 2 weeks, so that's exactly what I have to do. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna it's not gonna grow anymore for right now.
Yeah, well, that's definitely the best. And then next year you can add whatever you want to it. So yeah, I've been doing that for some time, and then you add like outline version, or even I did for one of my fonts, I actually did both sans serif and serif. So yeah, I was experimenting with it, and just like, but not at the same time, definitely.
Which which font of yours is the sans serif and serif? Because I've always wanted to do that.
It's called like it's in French. I always do it in French, and then I'm not able to pronounce it right, you know. I don't really speak French, so I think Castillette or something like that. I
Okay.
will send you the link later. Yeah, I did it like the typeface in serif, and also in sans serif. It was the sans serif first, but then I saw like the potential to actually make it more elegant and to add more things to it. So yeah, I did the serif thing as well. So I liked it. It wasn't the most successful one I had, but I loved it, you know, and it was a great opportunity to actually see if you are able to convert one to the other. It doesn't always work, of course, but yeah, I tried it, and just have fun, you know. Even the last font, Refugio, Refuge, it was like kind of an experiment, you know. I like to have fun with it. It's
Huh.
just not to feel like, oh, this is work, this is work, this is work, I just like to, explore ideas and, you know, I make it work. It looks good. I put it out, and that's sometimes, I put like every week a new font, and it's not magic, but it's just like experimenting a lot. So yeah, that worked for me.
So, like your ideas, like when do you get like flooded with like the most ideas? Or is it like you're seeing something like whenever you're out and about and you're like, jotting it down in your notebook, or like how do you
Well,
get
yeah,
inspired?
you never know, it can be in watching a movie, if you see some shape or something that like, oh my God, that could be a good fun. I think I ruined my whole like TV watching experience because everywhere I see shapes and letters, the things are not the same as before. But yeah, I also, when I go out, I've been like, I didn't post on Instagram, but a couple of days ago, I went for a dinner with some friends here, and we ordered some fruit beer. It was some with strawberry and something. And oh my God, the packaging was so amazing. The lettering, it was like vintage a bit, maybe some French style from 50, 60 years ago. I'll definitely post later in the stories. It was such an amazing, I was like making pictures of the beer and everyone was looking at me like, what are you doing, So yeah, it happens like, and I can see just a shape and develop a letter from that. And so it doesn't really, have there are no rules. The one thing I try not to do is actually be too much on Pinterest.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't want to pick ideas from other people because it happened to me like other people picked some of my ideas and I didn't like it, and I don't want to do it.
Right.
So, yeah, I try to stay away from Pinterest. It's hard, but try to stay out of it. Yeah. And what
I find a lot.
about you?
Um, yeah, no, the same thing for me, but like I really enjoy looking at like magazines, like the architectural magazines, Vogue. Like I could just dive in, like the way they have like their layouts and
Yeah,
the
that's always interesting. Yeah.
beautiful. So that's where I pull a lot of my inspiration from. It's
Oh,
not off the screen. Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many fun designers right now, and that's for me, it's really a good thing, because I don't know, we are contributing to it. It's an industry, and I think it's something more popular than ever before, There's a lot of really, really great designers, but there's also a lot of people who, I don't know, it will sound maybe a bit bad, but whenever I try to do a font, I try to bring something new,
right.
and not everyone does that. So, for example, that was the reason a couple of years back the prices were so low, and I just decided like, okay, I'm not following the trend, I'm not going to sell font for €9, $9 or $5. I even stopped using some of the marketplaces that were actually like kind of subscription based, and then someone actually gets your font for $1, and it's just not, not,
It's so much work that
yeah,
it's
it's
work.
definitely not something I want to do. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. This is like super technical.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many things that you actually put into it, and yeah, well, at least when it comes to me, I try to bring something new, whether it's different kind of ligatures or a different shape, or in the last font, well, before the Christmas one, I try to play, with different contrast. So, for example, if you have an F, you will have just the middle line like completely thin. Everything else will be like bold, and it's different.
Right.
So I try to do that. Yeah.
Your fonts are very, very unique. I love that about your work because you don't see it everywhere. It's not like, oh, well, this font looks similar to this one. It's all very, very, very creative.
No, I mean, I try to do it because of myself. Otherwise, I said it last time when I was talking here, and like I admire the people that can actually do just serif fonts, for example, or just the handwritten fonts.
Mhm.
I would get bored to death, like completely. I mean, like I don't know. I have to open my profile right now, but I think like the last four typefaces I
Mhm.
have are completely different. Yeah, I have the Rockfall, which is a completely bold font with some cool ligatures. Then I did the Box Room, which is like a serif with contrast and different kind of shapes. Then I did the Refugio and then the holiday one. So I couldn't do it. Like I even tried not to do two serif fonts in a row. So
Yeah, no, that's a very good way to mix it up because even working on one font, by the middle of it, it's like, ugh, I'm so tired of working on this.
yeah, I mean,
That's
so
why I went so, extreme with Avava because I'm like, okay, no more high contrast. Let's go low contrast.
yeah,
Had to,
yeah, like now going to something different. Yeah,
but it's been fun doing it that way. That's why I was like, okay, I've heard that once you
yeah,
know the rules. So, you know, I am so excited to get it out. I can't wait
yeah.
to get.
Honestly, I cannot wait to see it. I've seen like the thin version. You've posted like I believe the middle one, like the regular, and it looks so good and cannot wait to see it, really. I mean, I know how much effort it takes, and I really appreciate all other font designers. It's been like, you
Right.
just have to do it because you know all the work that goes into it. Even though we don't have clients, we don't have all those crazy requests and everything, but there's so much technical work that goes into it if you want to do it right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is very different from doing brand design.
Yeah,
Yeah,
completely different. Yeah.
but
I mean, I'm not saying easier or harder, but it's just a different thing. Yeah.
it's nice for me because I just get to just dive into something and just not come up and it's not any tweaks from
Yeah.
I guess like a client, but whenever I would have like, Victor or another type designer that knows what they're looking at and what would look better than applying it like that, it's a totally different animal
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
versus
I'm definitely.
which is it's better for me. I so much rather be a type designer than brand design because it's just I just really love the process. I love everything about it.
Yeah. Do you do branding at all, or is just like type design right now?
Very little. I mean, it would be like for like friends or family or something like that.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
get my logo done. I'm like, okay, but mostly it's just all fun. I'm really.
I cannot hear you.
I had a call and then I had to.
Ah,
So,
okay, okay.
but I would really like to beef up my website. I want to get more products on there. It just, like we've been talking about, it takes a while to do
Yeah.
kids and font design, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's not the easiest thing. I understand, yeah. But how do you actually manage it? I was always like, I saw Jen Wagner with like traveling with two kids, and I was like, oh my God, I would not be able to do that. Like, how do you manage like to actually separate things like work and family and the kids and
It's it is really tough because whenever they're out for the holidays or the summertime, mom works from home. So it's like, Mom, wait, can you stop and give me this? Or I'm hungry, or I want
yeah,
to do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Or, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of staying at home. Can we go somewhere? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am trying so hard. So what I have to do is wake up before anyone else gets up, which is really like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning to have those hours without
Oh,
being
wow.
to get the work done. And then, because like whenever they're off of school, they get up at like, 9, 10, maybe, unless we would have something to do, like a sports activity or something, then we have to get
Yeah.
up earlier. But they wake up late. I'm like, okay, y'all stay up as late as y'all watch some
Yeah,
movies, and
just
like
sleep.
I can work in
Yeah.
the morning. And it's just a struggle because like you're trying to stay up with your kids watching movies until midnight and 1 o'clock, and then you have to get up at 4 or 5 to do font
Yeah,
design.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Dark,
Yeah, yeah.
the whole down. I'm guzzling coffee, and it's difficult. It's not easy.
Well, they will grow old, so no worries. They
That's right. But
will grow older and you will have more time, I guess.
my daughter is always like, like writing these like pretty letters, and she's like, "Look, Mom, I'm gonna be a font designer." So I'm like,
Oh, well, that's so cool.
love to have you do that. She'd be great. I actually just got her over the summer. Did you ever see it's like groove calligraphy, and it's, like back in the day, we would have the lettering where you would have like the dots and you would trace it.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah,
books
yeah.
imprinted, it's like, what is it called? Embossed, goes
Yes,
down.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
So like that, and like the pen goes into the grooves. So I'm like, that is actually really cool. And whenever I bought that, I was talking to Item, the gelato type,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
and she said that she used to use those as a younger, teenager or whatever. And I'm like, now look, she's a font designer. I'm like, you need to use these.
Well,
Might
you
be a
never
font.
know.
So yeah, those, if your nephew is, loving what you do, those would be like some cool little Christmas presents to
Well,
give.
we'll see. I'm not filled with his handwriting, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's a struggle. He's going to school now. Yeah, I have later a class of Spanish with him. I'm trying to teach him some Spanish. It's way easier when they're kids, but his handwriting is not his like the strongest thing that he has. So yeah,
Right.
we'll see about it.
That's what I said. Those books will help him.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, but I don't do handwritten fonts anymore, so he might give it a try later. We'll see.
Yeah. It even has like the directions, like kids. I don't know if you're ever around a whole lot of kids that are writing, but they always go from the bottom to the top instead of from the top
Yeah,
down, and
yeah,
type
yeah.
design to get the direction the right way. So that's a good way to learn.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't have too many questions today. I had more last time. Let me see. But I mean, we've answered most of it. I had so much pleasure talking to you now, almost an hour now, and
Same.
it's really so much fun.
Absolutely.
We should definitely do it again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't know if you have anything else, or we should call it a day and just, the
Good.
last time I was talking all by myself like for 45 minutes, and after that I just went to bed like, okay, I need to relax. So this time it was way easier, but I don't
Yeah.
know if you have anything else to add or.
No, nope, nothing to add. I am gonna go back and work on the Evolve font. So
Oh, okay.
you can
Well,
go nap or get back to your building your closet.
oh my God, I have to finish that, but I have the nephew first in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, it will be like 2 hours Spanish class and then maybe dinner time. I'll see if I'll go out or stay at home to have dinner, and then maybe I'll finish the. I mean, I finished like half of the closet, but then you need to assemble the doors and put them up, and it's just like so much time.
Right. Save that for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we'll see, I have to do some work as well. I didn't today. I just prepared the post for Instagram, and that was my whole day of work, nothing else.
I get it. It takes a long time to do that.
Yeah, I absolutely. Well, thank you so much again, Stacy. I mean, I had so much fun. We'll talk definitely again. For you guys, I will be putting up those stories and links to the fun courses. I'll even share the picture of a beer so that you can see where all the places that can you find inspiration. And thank you, Stacy, again, and we'll definitely talk more.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Have a great day and have a great day, guys. It's been nice to have you all here and chat soon again. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.